What are the expectations for you guys this year?
We have high expectations for ourselves. We've been working hard all off season, so we want to go out there and put ourselves in a position to win as many games as possible.
What are the strengths of this team?
Strengths? We have athletes across the board. We got guys who can run, and we got guys up front who are big enough and aggressive enough to block. So if we just come together as a team every game, I think we're in good shape.
The SAC, full of top defenses.
Yeah.
I mean, how much pride do you take in trying to be one of the best?
We take a lot of pride in that. We're always working hard. We're doing our best just to get our chemistry down. We just want to work hard as a unit. We want to go out there and compete and be able to stop any offense out there.
How much does it help when you're playing some of these teams?
We see a lot of athletes. Every team has athletes. You can't take any team lightly, so you got to prepare each week for the team that you're facing. You got to get the scheme down because you know every team, they're a threat to win, so you can't take any team lightly. You got to go out there and do your best.
What would define success for you guys this year?
Success? We just want to go out there and we want to play hard against every team. We don't want any team to take us lightly. When we want to be a threat to each team out there, we want to win as many games as possible.
And you're in the middle of this defense. How much of a leadership role do you take on this?
I take that. I don't take it lightly. I go out there and I want to lead the guys out there. I want to be the guy that they look to during hard times, and I want those guys to be able to trust me, and I trust them too, so they know that we have each other's backs.
What are the expectations this year for you guys?
The expectations are just to go out there, play our hardest, win as many games as we can, So yeah, that's the expectations right there.
What are your strengths as a team?
Just athletes and speed. With the athletes we have and the speed we have, I feel like we can go out there and win every game that we go out and play.
I've asked a lot of people that, and they've said a lot of the similar things. How do you guys set yourself apart in this tough SAC?
Well, our off season, we focus a lot on speed training.
Okay.
So with training for speed, we're able to translate that onto the football field. So hopefully we can be a little bit faster than everyone else.
Okay. Week in and week out in this SAC.
Yeah.
It's extremely tough. How much does that help the competitiveness of this conference, set you up for a playoff run?
Well, you can't take anybody in this league lightly. So you have to go out there and play your hardest every single game. So when you get to playoff time, you're already focused for those big time, indie schools. Okay. So that's how it, helps us in the playoffs.
As an offensive guy, playing against your defense every day, how much does that make you better?
Well, our defense is very good, and we believe our offense is very good. So, it helps, some days the defense will have a good day, sometimes we'll have a good day. So, it helps balance each other out, and it'll translate onto the football field.
Which one's better?
I'm going to say the offense.
All right. What would define success this year?
Success is just to go out there and play as hard as we can and see where that takes us.
What are the expectations for Carroll?
The expectations every year are the same. Okay, it is for us to develop characteristics of leadership in the program, for us to have hard work and investment in the lives of others to be the core values that we are continually going to look and preach and trying to develop with our guys. We want competitive excellence. We want our guys, and it doesn't matter if it's in the classroom, if it's at home, if it's on the field, that we want them to strive to be the best that they are. And we want them to believe, in the program. We want them to believe in each other. We want them to believe in all the things that they're being taught on a daily basis. So you just heard the 4 core values of the program, and so those are the things we continually stress with them. With a heavy emphasis on leadership within the program.
What are the strengths of this team?
Strengths of this program, and I'm going to sound very cliched, but we've got a senior class that has about 35 players in it, and we have tremendous leadership in this class. We got guys like Jack McGill that is an elite leader, Brock Ingram that is an elite leader, Reed Diller, Blake Ely, all guys that typify what you want out of high school kids. And when you get high school kids that are doing those things at that level, that's a tremendous accomplishment. And so, if you want to talk strengths of the team on the field in their position, we've got some skill guys that are pretty fast, and Justin Becker and Cam Shank, being leg 3 and 4 of the 4x1 state championship track team. And you know, obviously you got guys that are like that. You want to give them the ball. You want to let them be able to run in open space. Jack McGill is our quarterback. I mentioned Justin Becker, and Johnny Becker, his twin brother, is also a receiver for us and also a very good player. Cam Shank is the tailback. Brock Ingram is the tight end. And 2 juniors that are seeing a good bit of time at our other receiver spot, Gavin Vo and Nathan Hara. And so those are the skill guys. We've got a couple of offensive linemen that have kind of solidified their position up front. But for the most part, you know, those positions are still up in the air. So, you know, how we play up front, you know, that's going to, you know, it's going to determine our success. You know, if we can block a little bit and let those guys run around a little bit, then we'll be okay. Defensively, it's kind of the same thing. You know, we got to be physical up front. We return a couple of guys on the defensive line, but we've got to be more physical up front. Blake Ely at corner, Logan Belleville at safety, Jack Tranquil at safety, Reed Diller, Braxton Grope, and guys are at inside linebacker, Hudson Walker in the secondary. You know, those guys, they play well and they play fast, but, you know, we've got to be physical up front if we're going to be effective.
You talked about the seniors, and you got 30-something of them. Sometimes as a coach, you got to focus on the leadership part. Now you really don't have to. As a coach, does it help you that I can turn my focus somewhere else, maybe game planning, maybe something else?
I don't think that you can ever assume that you don't have to talk about senior or talk about leadership, because the natural thing for us to do is to be on autopilot, you know, as a human, and that is below the line behavior, you know, as you heard many people talk about already. But it is not natural for us to lead, and we have to continue to develop and push and lead, and that's part of the off season. You know, that's 9 weeks of leadership training with our guys in the off season, and I think that it's paying dividends. But, you know, it is a big class. You know, I think that the focus always has to be is to continually put the school, put the program first, and understand that individual accolades will come with team success, and that's what's hard.
What would define success for the team this year?
Success is always going to be defined as, you know, reaching the potential that the team has. And it could be the individual potential, it could be the group potential, it could be the team potential. And I say group as meaning offensive side and defensive side. Success is not measured in wins and losses. Success is measured by, you know, how well you do your job, how well I perform on the field, how well I am as a teammate, how well I am in the classroom. The wins and losses are going to take care of themselves. You know, what we want to do is we want to put our kids in the best situations to be able to develop characteristics that are going to make them successful in life.